There is so much out there to see when it comes to birds. This is just a snapshot into my story and what I was able to see in 2025. And maybe this video can inspire you to get outside, experience nature, and maybe even see a few cool birds while you're at it. I began the year in Kingston, Ontario with my friend Shay, where we spotted a couple special birds to kick off the new year. We then traveled north to Algonquin Park, where we had some great encounters with Canada jays and pine grosbeaks. A couple days later, I teamed up with my friend Luke in Toronto, where after a 10-kilometer walk, we found this northern saw-whet owl roosting in a cedar. On January 5th, I was back in Alberta, where I made a new Australian birding friend named Katie. This bald eagle sighting was the first of many great encounters we'd have this year together. Snowy owl keeps chasing them.
I know, it's really cute. It's like, it's just such a weird situation.
I've never seen this actually.
Yeah. I've never edited a video. Is there something you do?
I can do it.
You can do it. Dual authorship.
He's gone.
Much of the winter was spent birding across southern Alberta, searching for the few species that can survive in these harsh winter conditions.
Those ears are fucking huge. Oh my god.
Seeing this merlin devour a pigeon after I pulled out of the garage from an oil change was certainly one of the more unexpected encounters of the year, but also another great example as to why you shouldn't go anywhere without your camera. One of the things I'll remember about 2025 is the sheer abundance of both short and long-eared owls. These owls were seemingly everywhere across the prairies, and these clips won't be the last time you see them in this video. On St. Patrick's Day, I found my first bird of the year that was considered rare to the area. This glaucous gull was sitting on a large piece of ice on the Bow River. The rarities kept coming, as a few days later, my friend Gavin documented the first provincial record of pink-footed goose.
Yeah. This is the CBC. I'm here to interview Gavin McKinnon. We just found the rarest bird ever. That was a video.
That was so cute.
Towards the end of March, there were some early signs of spring, with this black-billed magpie beginning to build a nest, and some early migrants passing through the area.
Really, just like my little back. Isn't that such a beautiful moment? If you kneel down.
In early April, I made a day trip east of Calgary, where new signs of spring were coming in multiple forms. A day later, I was back in the foothills with my friend Lauren, where we watched multiple great gray owls feasting on meadow voles. As the rivers and lakes continued to thaw, more ducks began to show up, followed soon after by shorebirds. This pair of American Avocets didn't take long after arriving in the province to start performing their elaborate mating display. A week later, I found myself out in Kananaskis, documenting the unique booming display of the Dusky Grouse.
There's a bunch. They're flying across the road here too.
In late April, I traveled back to visit family in southern Ontario, where spring bird activity was in full swing.
Yeah, they like the water.
early May, I did a short weekend trip with my friend Kyle into the Alberta prairies, where I added snowy egret to my Alberta life list, and we had this sunset encounter with a great horned owl. A couple days later, I was back at my local patch in downtown Calgary. During the third week of May, I spent 4 days and nights birding the prairies during peak migration in Alberta.
Kind of the trees, like if you follow the left compass.
But I want coffee, yes. I want to look at it forever. But
Well, we didn't follow technique, I just let it walk out of the
I'm until following, not looking.
One of the highlights of this trip was unexpectedly coming across a mixed flock of over 1,000 migrating shorebirds.
there's a godwit. Which one are you? Marble? Marble's godwit, like right in front of us. Bird, sandpiper, Wilson's feller. I see at least sandpiper, I'm pretty sure.
Lots of birds in there with them.
So many birds, and they're so
Still
clear
sandpipers.
today.
I was like, that's not a red wing.
No, I saw the white wing. I just seen a photo of one too.
By early June, most species had settled into their territories for nesting season. In the second week of June, I made a work trip to Denver, Colorado, where I was able to get some birding in as well. This cormorant colony in the heart of the city is something you wouldn't see in Calgary. Just up the road from our office was the famous Red Rock Amphitheater, which proved to be a very productive area for birding. A few days later, I made it up to Rocky Mountain National Park in search of brown-capped rosy finch. While I didn't see any finches, I got pretty lucky with these white-tailed ptarmigan. I also came across my lifer green-tailed towhee, a couple white-breasted nuthatches defending their nest from a squirrel, and this large moose. A couple days later, I was back in Alberta, where I was able to add black-billed cuckoo to my provincial list, and I also had this unexpected encounter with an American golden plover.
The one thing I was very surprised about was he was probably 5 years old.
So there's currently about 6 evening grosbeaks having a little party under my car. On June 24th, I went down looking for a band-tailed pigeon, another rare bird to the province of Alberta.
You want a photo? No, I've been to Montana. Did you get a photo? You want a photo?
No, it's okay. During the last days of June, I made a long weekend trip down to Glacier National Park in Montana. Although we saw tons of birds on this trip, the highlights really ended up being the stunning landscapes, mountain goats, and bighorn sheep. In the third week of July, I made another trip out to the Alberta prairies to check in on my common tern friends and attempt some more creative environmental photography. The next day, I was out hiking with some friends in BC, where I came across some white-tailed ptarmigan for the third time this year. In late July, I made it home to visit family in South Frontenac, Ontario, where my mom and I had a great evening on the lake, photographing our local loon family. The first half of August was slow for birding, but come mid-month, I was back out in the prairies doing some car camping for the start of fall migration. On August 23rd, I set out with my friends Morgan and Rudy to hike Mount Temple, the tallest mountain in the Lake Louise area. This wasn't a birding destination, but there's always a chance that it can become one. The following weekend, I was back out camping in the prairies for some more fall migration. Early September ended up being a good mix of hiking, birding close to home, and a trip up north of Edmonton for a special white heron. While photographing some yellow-rumped warblers at my local patch on September 15th, I had an unexpected encounter with a belted kingfisher that yielded me my best photo of this species to date. In late September, I was out in Vancouver looking for a very rare bird to Canada that was hanging around the dumpsters by the lavish seaside grill. This happy-go-lucky white wagtail became very famous in the local birding community as it wandered around this area for several weeks, even stumbling its way inside a parking garage. That same morning, I continued on to bird along Boundary Bay as fall shorebird migration was at its peak.
Okay, there's a sharp-tailed apex 80 meters west of 80.
The immigrant. Petitions.
I don't see him. Oh, no, he's further left.
As the daylight hours continued to decrease into October and November, so did the birding opportunities, but I tried to make the most of what was around.
There's birds, bees, and butterflies. Oh, look at her go. You go, girl.
Wow.
In mid-December, I took a short break from the harsh Canadian winter to bird the tropical rainforests and coastlines of Panama. Along with my friend Gavin, we saw 300 species of birds on this trip, and nearly 200 of these were lifers for me. On the last day of the year, things had come full circle, and I was back in Kingston looking for birds of prey on the shores of Lake Ontario. If you want to find an abundance of raptors, you usually need to find a good food source. So that's just what we did. Bingo. Got it. Got the duck. After watching a total of 9 bald eagles hunting these ducks, this year had one last bird in store for me.